Okay, let's go back to the airport.
Dum-dee. Dum-dee-dum. So, what's new?
The boss has instructed our informant in Mexico to get rid of that annoying reporter.
Finally. It was about to get risky. Did you complete this mission?
Well, he regretfully lost trace of him, and currently I'm not getting any contact with him.
What? How could that happen?
That jungle is like a freaky maze. He probably got lost in it somewhere.
Damn it. So the only hope we have is that McKracken will get lost too. Let's go back to the project topic now. Is everything still running on schedule?
Yes, sir. The tests were successful. It appears to be the right crystal, perfectly suited as a power source for our machine.
Finally, some good news. So tell the king that we are about to begin. He will be very satisfied.
Connection established.
We are ready, boss.
Initiate phase blue, now!
Alright, boss, on the way.
Finally, I can go back to home sweet home San Francisco. Where am I supposed to go now? Fair enough. I really need to be getting home. Hang on, I'll only be a second. Hey, someone hung a poster here. Memoirs of a King. Out now. It shows the king with his famous black pompadour riding through Egypt in his pink Cadillac. Cool. I've decided. You're right. A wig is the most important thing I need right now.
Excellent! Old Stanislav always knows about his customers' wishes, doesn't he? To ensure your complete satisfaction with your wig, the only thing left to do is for you to take our personality test. So we're ready to begin. How old are you?
I'm older than you might think.
That's why you're here, aren't you? Let's move on to question 2. What job are you currently working in?
I own a business.
So you will see that the wig will even make your business success twice as big as before. Next, what I have to know from you is, who would be the musical artist who inspires you the most?
Elvis Presley. No one was cooler.
Ah, so you're a fan of the king. And what are your preferred travel destinations on your vacation?
Mystic areas, shrouded in legend.
Have you ever been to Egypt? Inside many pyramids, you can find detailed instructions about how they manufactured wigs eons ago. Question number 5. If you were driving a car, in what way would you want to be cruising along in it?
Kicking back in a pink Cadillac. My lifelong dream.
You should remember to have some of that special glue on hand for your rides with the top down. Last but not least, could you please tell me your desired hair color?
Classic black never goes out of style.
I know my aim now. I'll get to work on your wig immediately. You will be surprised. You won't believe that it's still you, and above all, you won't want to be apart from your wig anymore. It's always been the same way in the past. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
Are you finished with my wig yet?
I hope you do not assume the artificial hair bros to be slow guys, but such a wig would require a long, cautious kind of work. This cannot be done in a slappish kind of way.
Let me guess. You ran into problems.
Yes, there is a little problem indeed. We are in need of black human hair for your order, but there is regretfully nothing in stock anymore anywhere. Usually our delivery boy who provides us with the material for our fine and world-known wigs puts down a packet once a week right in front of our establishment. As you might have noticed already, there is a bus stop right at the side of the street.
Oh, yeah, I remember. It had that weird bus driver who just kept falling asleep. Over and over again?
Exactly! So you are from that place. You know, a lot of our customers come from faraway cities and towns.
I live next door, actually. But you were explaining why my wig wasn't finished yet.
Right. Well, we often had to deal with complaints by our customers who couldn't get back to their homes because the bus driver did not take his route to the airport. That's why I made a complaint about the driver at the bus company. Shortly after, they fired him, and that's the reason why the route is currently unavailable. When the driver got to know that I had squealed on him, he intended to seek vengeance upon me, and he did just that by watching our delivery boy that morning, stealing all of the goods and throwing that hair reserved for your wig into the Golden Gate. Oh, that wonderful hair.
That's just great. So what does this mean for my wig, then?
Consequences, yes. So I'm terribly sorry to tell you that you will have to wait for the next supply. Nor did that boy give any indication of agreeing to an exceptional delivery either.
Rats.
I'm utterly disconsolate.
You told me you were out of hair, right? Well, I just happen to have some right here.
Brilliant! You can't imagine how thankful I am to hear that. I know my orders now. I'll get to work on your wig immediately. You will be surprised. You won't believe it's still you, and above all, you won't want to be apart from your wig anymore. It's always happened the same way in the past. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
I'm here to ask for my wig again.
It's that gentleman again, unsatisfied with his hair. Well, in view of the kind of treatment people commonly give to their hair, this is not surprising at all. Dandruff, alopecia, the whole range. And thereafter they'd go like, "Stanislav, why don't you have anything to fix my hair? Something against dandruff or a hair restorer?" But what about taking good care of that before? But no! Zilch, bupkis, not too surprising, is it? People want to look top-notch, but the most important of all, the hair is always neglected the most. Oh, I could tell you a load of tales about that. Listen, one day a customer came in here with a terribly bad scalp. Even his toupee started to develop alopecia because it was so petrified. And believe it or not, he insisted on getting his money back. The straw that broke the camel's back, he had the cheek to call me a swindler. What an effrontery, really! But mind you, good old Stanislav always must have one more ace up his sleeve, mustn't he? For instance, my hair will only get washed using a self-made tincture of pine honey and aloe vera. The hair gets soaked in that lotion for 48 hours. Then I would rinse it and soak it again. Most pleasant, I can assure you.
Excuse me, but you see...
You're likely to hear that I would be charging you for these utterly invaluable hints. Isn't that so? But no worries. You know what? I'm really fond of you, and that's why you will get my vast experiences free of charge. So that's nothing, huh? But where was I?
You were talking about the what?
Yes, of course, the tincture. A runaway success, I can tell you, since every one of my customers are keen on the recipe. Note too that most of those will merely give you the chance for good hair, but no extra service at all. Yes, they do need a wig from the artificial hair bros. That's us. Whoops, did I remember to mention that they're made from human hair? Of course I did. Each wig is intricately crafted by hand, so every bit of it will classify as unique not ignored by our customers, mind you. That will also explain their enthusiasm easily, won't it?
This is all very interesting, but about the wig.
And even you will be enthusiastic too. In the long term, you're unlikely to stay with one and the same model. It's so likely to get boring after a certain while, isn't it? And even there I can give you good advice, to avoid repeating yourself in your looks. Although our wigs are made from human hair, they underwent special treatment nonetheless. This lets every wig have its own unique hairdo, and I mean each and every wig, mind you. Just imagine the advantages this has. You'll never have to tune up or dress your wig, nor will you ever have to wash or dry it. No matter whether you're in a sauna or windsurfing, the wig will hold in both cases. Finally, an end to that old-fashioned hairdo created by the negative influence of saltwater. That is the big hit, I tell you. However, while I'm mentioning saltwater, I have to add something important. For this will require you to treat your wig with our specially crafted wax. Otherwise, the hair will get split ends, and that's not something we want, is it? Yet that it is a very moderate price if you consider that you will get the finest human hair in return.
Actually...
A wig which fits so well that you can't even identify it as a wig, nor even feel it. With an extravagantly, perfectly woven in hairdo, the only place you can get such a wig is from us, the Artificial Hair Bros. Yeah, you can barely imagine that. I've just received a call from someone telling me that this year's Toupee Symposium is going to be held in our town. All luminaries of our industry will be present there. And albeit only spanning a very few in the elite category, these are such as the Artificial Hair Bros. And I'm not intending to brag, for they say don't blow your own trumpet, right? Yet false modesty is a bit out of place in this case, which everyone might be confirming that these are a real lot.
Sorry to interrupt, I know you're very busy, but...
Do you have a clue who got the privilege to organize that? Yes, my brother Dragoslav and I. Can you imagine? I'll be sharing a table with Sheikh El Opakya from Syria, and I can assure you, we'll again win the golden ringlet in the long run.
Yes, that's amazing. But I want my wig, please.
Oh, why didn't you say that in the beginning? The pompadour. I think you had the pompadour.
You got a progress report on that wig?
Well, what do you think? It's not by pure coincidence that the Artificial Hair Bros have a worldwide reputation.
Wonderful.
There it is. Wonderful, isn't it? Just like the king himself. Although I don't want to brag again, I'd like to tell you that our father, who worked in the same industry as we do, manufactured and designed the king's wig all by himself. Your wig is finished. May I now have your cash card, please?
Here you are.
Thank you, my friend. And here it is, your spanking new wig. And if you should need any more care instructions for it, you'll know where to find me.
Thanks, I'll be sure to come back if I need anything else.
Listen, in your business you'd never be out of work. Lots and lots of work. As much as I'd like to, I simply cannot spend so much time, like all day, to listen to your life story.
Aha! A perfect imitation of the king's hairdo. But this alone won't be enough. If I'm going to trick the Caponians, I'll have to rearrange my face. In a good way.
The time has come. I'm now going to start the transmission. There it is.
How's it going, guys?
Good, Lieutenant. The transmission is working.
This is the transmission from the installed surveillance cameras?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Slavic, those views are nothing but useless.
What? But why?
Can you tell me what's so special about the freaking toilet bowl?
But wasn't it you who considered close-ups the most important?
You goddamn bonehead! I was talking about close-ups of this reporter! Out of my face, now!
Good idea. I can use it to scoop out the skull. That should do it. There. Now the skull is properly fastened. I could wear it as if it was a mask. I'm afraid, like this, it'll be, well, a pretty crappy disguise. Do what now? Zachary McKracken, you're a genius! This mask and the king's head go together like two peas in a pod. I should be able to stroll around the whole Caponian compound with these. So much for the charter flight to Zurich. They'd catch me there in no time, but I would not be the great Zak McKracken if I didn't have a plan B. Good thing I have a connection with the clearance to get me onto the runway. I'll stow away in the rear, and simply jump out when we get to Zurich. If I'm lucky, the Caponians will never know I was there. Zurich, here I come. Alright, there's the plane. I just have to wait for the right moment. Now!
Anybody there? Damn! Fucking Reds.
What was that? Oh my god.
The Caponians! Oh my god, they found me!
Hang on a sec. I'm getting a feeling of deja vu. Wait, this room, the storm, and the Caponians arriving. I think I must have been here before, in this same plane, a long time ago. Was all that a dream? Well, I'm in the right place at the right time, that's for sure. Damn! Now they're on board in person. There's one thing I know. Once they find me here, that'll mean my death.
Attention passengers, again I must ask everybody to please keep calm. There is going to be an inspection ordered by the Immigration Authority. There is a stowaway assumed to be hiding aboard the aircraft. Therefore, the officials will now have to thoroughly search every compartment. We kindly ask for your cooperation. Thank you.
I don't have much time to waste. I need to stop the Caponians first, or else they'll raid the storeroom and stop me from jumping out the hatch. Then I have to find a way out of here ASAP. Come on, Zach, think a little, will you? You've gotten out of scrapes like this before.